Alright guys, what's up? Another week out here doing DoorDash, you already know. So I get this order. I'm in West Seattle, I'm at Elcott right now. And I'm getting Jack in the Box from Admiral. And it's going all the way to Queen Anne. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's a $14.75 order and I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. 5.9 miles, you know. But dude, it's from Jack in the Box. Like, they're gonna get burgers and fries. That shit is gonna be, you know, suboptimally fresh by the time it arrives. And you know, it's not like it's the only Jack in the Box in Seattle, dude. There's a Jack in the Box in Soto, which is like half of the distance there, bro. Like, I don't understand why they would order from, like, why does it order from the West Seattle Jack in the Box? There's a Jack in the Box half as far. I mean, I don't know, dude. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I don't even care. Yeah, so, you know, Queen Anne from West Seattle, like, you got two options. You're either going on 99, which is presumably a little bit faster, right? Because that's the highway, you know, closest to the shoreline, because you got to go around Elliott Bay. Or you take I-5, and, you know, that requires going a little bit further inland and, you know, driving a little bit further out to get to Queen Anne. But 99's a toll tunnel, so, you know, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not taking a toll tunnel, you know, that's going to cut another I don't know how much it is. It's like $3 or $4. You know, I'm just going to take it, you know, cut that out of my earnings. Already I'm paying for gas, you know, it's going 6 miles. You know, that's already, you know, a couple bucks worth of gas right there, you know, and it's a $14 order, but it's taking me well over half an hour to complete it. I had to wait 10 extra minutes at the store because they didn't have their shit together. And, you know, it's barely worth it anyways, but, you know, if I take a toll, bro, forget it. So customer is just gonna have to wait, bro. You know, I'm gonna have to get to I-5. It's giving me 15 minutes time right now. I've already been driving for 5 minutes. You know, that's 20 minutes after they got the food ready at a fucking fast food restaurant. Luckily, they had no ice in their beverage. I think this is like a Sprite with no ice in it. Like, literally no ice. So, anyways, I don't understand why people order fast food like that from so far away. Like, there's plenty of fast food joints in Queen Anne. Like, there's a KFC, there's a Taco Bell, you know, there's plenty of shit closer.
Take the I-5 north exit on the left, then keep left.
Way better than Jack in the Box, in my opinion. So I don't know what their deal is, bro, but they're just gonna have to understand that if they order from DoorDash with a 20-minute drive, like, they're gonna get 20-minute old food. Well, first hour has passed. I made $24, 2 orders. That was $14.75. Last order was, you know, whatever the remainder of that is, because I can't do math right now. But, you know, it's not dismal, but I would have liked to make more. You know, kind of, you know, restricted for time when you really have to travel across the whole city just to deliver some Jack in the Box, but that's cool. I mean, I don't think it's that bad, but I mean, 20 minutes, dude, come on. But yeah, you know, DoorDash works like this. You might want to stay in one zone because you like, you know, one area, but then you're going to get an order. It's going to take you out of zone. If you're like me and you just accept most shit because you're nice, or rather you want to keep your acceptance rate high, you know, you're going to end up out of zone, and then you're going to switch your zone. You're going to end your dash, start a new dash. And I'm just going to go to the north end because fuck it, I like the north end, and I'm already pretty much there. So yeah, keep going. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, here's something else you gotta look out for when you're doing DoorDash. Google is retarded sometimes. Like this last one, like it was an apartment, and it'll tell you to like go into like the alley and like turn around and like enter from the back, which, you know, might be good if you're a resident, but like you gotta use the call box to get in, so, you know, you can't be going through like the back door and shit, bro. It's not gonna work. So yeah, that time, like, and I was like, is it in the back? Like, really? So I go down this fucking alley, and it's like, dude, it's just like the residential parking and shit. And then you gotta go all the way around the block, and you just look like a moron going around the block. But that's what Google does a lot of the time. They just take you around the block in a fucking circle. you know, and yeah, you just gotta be a little proactive in those situations. So I don't know why Google like utilizes alleyways so much. Like sometimes you'll literally like be right in front of like a storefront or somebody's residence, and it's telling you to do like this weird like crisscross, like go down this alley, turn right, go around, like come back through here, and it's like, wait a second. You know, it's like if you're not careful, like it's gonna take you on these retarded routes. So you really got to be observant and be like, wait a second. You know, that last one, it was my fault. I did take a gamble because I was like, you know, it's probably on the street, but it told me to take 7th place. So usually that's like not an alley, that's like an actual street. So I'm thinking, oh, it's probably on that street. But it was actually like an alley, and it took me to the back. So sometimes it's difficult, but most of the time, you know, when it's like, oh, the place is right there, but it's telling me to literally go around the whole block to get there, you can just go right there, and it's like saves you a lot of time. Well, this is one order. I've got 2 orders. A lot of stuff here. So guys, I'm gonna try to show you. This is one of these big complexes, right? Literally building Q is where I just delivered to, and yeah, there's like, you know, 20 fucking 6 buildings, bro. It's like A through Z, bro. I mean, Q is pretty far down the list, just you think about it. QRSTUVWXYZ. Yeah, that's at least 20 buildings that I had to go past, bro. Like, you know, and it doesn't end there, bro. Like, there's literally 4 directions here where it's like, you know, there's a spot there, here. It's this whole thing. That shit is ridiculous, dude. So I had another.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Northeast 175th Street.
This time it was out in Albertsons. And so it's another stupid apartment complex. This one has numbers. It's like 1 through 100. You know, they're apartment units. And there's kind of like surrounding.
Take the next right onto Northeast 175th Street.
There's like one building in the middle, and there's buildings surrounding. And you know, the customer gives me like the gate code number.
In
and,
1,000 feet,
you know,
turn right.
Instructions like leave it at the door, don't knock or ring doorbell. You know, great. You know, but where is your fucking apartment? Because I'm literally you know, Google takes me to you know, like number 50 something. It's like number 30 something, you know, and I was like, okay, I'll look at the parking spot numbers. So I found the right number parking spot. So I go, you know, put my hazards on right around there. And then I walk up to the building right next
Take the next right, then your destination will be on the left.
And it's like a completely different number. It's like 70 something. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, why would the number 30 something parking spot be on the number 70 something building?
Your destination is on the left.
You know, and you can't read these numbers. They're like right up next to their door. So I'm walking up to people's doors and shit at night, you know, like squinting around and trying to fucking, with heavy ass grocery bags. It's a nightmare, dude. You know, like, it's amazing to me how people are, you know, so, like, you know, thinking ahead to put down the delivery instructions and all that, but they don't seem to think like, oh, there's hundreds of units here. The dasher might have a hard time finding the place. It just, yeah, unbelievable. What's up, guys? Wrapping it up for today. I was out there like 8 hours, made like over $200. I don't know what it was, 210, 220, something in there. Could have been a little higher, because I kind of rounded I didn't want to do all the math in my calculator. I had like 6 or 7 different dashes because I kept going out of my zone, having to start a new dash. I mean, it wasn't a bad day, you know. It was pretty, you know, there was a couple of things that were difficult, but most of it was pretty smooth orders and, you know, no big hassles. And, you know, I was on the east side. I was in Juanita for a bit, and I was up in the north end by Linwood and Briar and that kind of area, which is cool because I used to live up in Briar, and I got to drive around some of those streets that I used to live around, which was cool. But you know, what does that average out to be? About, you know, $25, $27 per hour, somewhere in there. You know, so that's a pretty average day, I'd say. You know, nothing special. I didn't get a whole lot of crazy orders during the dinner shift, and it seemed like stuff really died down. And I'm gonna call it after 8 hours. But yeah, not a bad day. All right, I did the math. $215 divided by 8 hours is about $27 per hour. So it's not too shabby. It's pretty good. I'd say a good median. If it's really crazy out, I might get 30 an hour. And if it's really bad, I might get 22 to 25, maybe. 20 is really bad for this gig for me. But keep in mind, with all of those hourly rates, you got to factor in the cost of taxes and your gas expenses and your wear and tear on your vehicle. So, you know, when all is said and done, you're making a little bit less than that. How much less is something that I'm going to be working hard to figure out in 2023. And I'm going to be doing the best I can to really get a good idea of that, because it's something that I really don't have a good idea of. I know for sure that you're not making as much as it says on the screen, but at the same time, I have doubts that it's taking such a significant amount out that it's making it not worth it. You're going to be like, oh, well, you're not even making minimum wage. I don't think it's definitely not like that. And I do believe that after properly calculating your mileage and expenses for job, for your business expenses, and factoring all that in, your taxes aren't going to be insane. 35%. Oh, plus 7%. Oh, it's 42% of your money is gone. Like, it's not like that, bro. A lot of time is spent in this job sitting around doing nothing because you're waiting on the restaurants to make their orders. This one looked like a sweet double order, $10 a piece, picking up from Mio Posto. And I'm like right there, a couple minutes away, drive, park. And then I'm like, oh, the pickup time is like 10 minutes from now. Fuck, what do I do? Like, just sit. I'm not even gonna bother going in because you know it's not gonna be ready. So I just sit in my car, do nothing for like 10 minutes, just terrible. And then I walk in and it's not ready. I'm like, fuck. They're like, well, it's gonna be another 7 minutes. I'm like, yeah, it's one of those ritzy ass restaurants where you don't want to just be standing there in the fucking corner. So I'm like, fuck this, I'm going outside, I'm coming back to my car. I'm just sitting in my car for another 10 minutes, and I'm still not receiving the notification that it was ready yet. Alright, yeah, that was retarded. Like, literally, this, like, easiest delivery ever. Within 5 minutes, I had dropped off both orders after leaving the restaurant. And I spent 20 minutes sitting in my car. So, yeah. $22, $23 though. You know, not bad for half an hour by any means, but think about it. 5 minutes. You know, maybe like 7 or 8 minutes total of like me parking, walking into the restaurant, grabbing the order, like all like on the job. Alright, going to big apartment complex, 1800 Boren. Been there many times. There's no parking. It's gonna be a son of a bitch to find a parking spot, but that's cool. And on my way there, I have a little story to tell. So I fucked up an order, and it doesn't happen often, but I fucking did it. And you know, I'll take the blame for it, you know, but I'm not gonna let myself feel shitty about it and let it ruin my day, because I gotta keep working, you know, even though you feel like shit and you're like, man, I just gave him the wrong order. But so what happened is for that double order I had, the restaurant gave me 2 orders, and the first one, you know, was like 2 things, the other one's 3, right? So it's like 3 like little boxes, and then there's like 2 bags. So they're like, okay, this one is for, you know, the first customer, and they give them the name. Like, oh, this one's for Rebecca or whatever, and the other one's like, okay, this one's for like Arnold. And you know, so I'm thinking, okay, Rebecca, Arnold. So I gotta stack the boxes to carry them, so I put one on top of the other, and then I put the bags on top, and I'm keeping a mental note, like, okay, this one goes with that one, this one goes, you know, this bag facing me goes to the ones below. So I get to the car, I take off the first 2, and I'm like, yeah, that one's for Arnold. And and then the ones below is for Rebecca. So I put Arnold's order in a food bag, in the pizza bag, and then the other ones I put in the front seat, and then I'm like, okay, where's it going first? It's going to Rebecca first, chill. I'll keep him in the front seat. It's only going 1 minute, 2 minutes away. So, I get there, I drop it off, whatever, and then I drop off Arnold's order, and then I get a text and it's like, you gave me the wrong order. I'm like, what? Fuck. I should have checked, because it probably said on at least the pizza box whose order it was, but I just took the restaurant's word for it when they said this one's Rebecca and this one's Arnold. So I was like, okay, Rebecca, Arnold, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what order that it was in when I delivered them. So I think that they just told me like the wrong order, the wrong order of orders, if that makes any sense. So I'm like, at first part I'm like, well, fuck, man, like why do I take their word for it? I should have just looked myself. You should always look. But I was like thinking, like that's what it is, whatever. Boom. Turned out it wasn't. At that point I can't go back to like the first customer. If it was the first customer that had texted me, I would have gone back, given the other order, that would have been fine. But since I already delivered the other order, I can't go back to that customer and like knock on the door and be like, whoops, I gave you the wrong order. So at that point it's kind of like a lost cause. So the positive side is that they're going to get some free food out of it. Negative side is, I'll take a bad rating, that's fine. It's literally the
in
first
800
order
feet,
that
you will arrive at your destination.
In 400 plus orders since I've been back on DoorDash in the last couple months. So every now and then I'll fuck up an order. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it sucks, but there's nothing you can do. You just gotta tell them, I told them, like, I'm sorry about that, like, you can go to customer service. Alright, back in my element. Took a little hit earlier today. There was a wrong order, and that is the first time that I've actually fucked up like that in, God, like
continue on Boren Avenue for 1 mile. And
yeah, I mean, it happens, I guess, human error. The restaurant, 2 orders, the restaurant, I didn't check. I should have checked. You should always check. But they were like, this one's this person, this one's that person, and I just was like, okay, and I didn't even look at them, but I just took their word for it. So, sometimes they don't tell you the right ones, and you have to double check. I mean, but I was tired of waiting around, and I wanted to get them delivered, and I didn't look at them. So that's a mistake that I'll take the hit, I guess, a bad rating or whatever. But positive note is the customers are going to get some free food out of that. They could just contact support, and tell them that they got the wrong order. They want a refund, or they want the order put in again or something, and hopefully they're gonna be taken care of properly by customer support. But it's shitty, and I don't feel, my confidence took a hit with that, because I'm just used to just dropping it off, and boom, that was the right door, the right order. But this time it was the wrong order. So it happens, but I can't do anything at that point where I've already dropped off 2 customers' orders. So yeah, it is what it is. Alright, so I'm waiting for another order. It's gonna be 7 minutes, they said. It doesn't hurt going in to ask. Like, sometimes they look at you like this dude whipped out his watch. He was like, it's gonna be ready in 7 minutes. I'm like, alright. I mean, first of all, I need to use the bathroom, Second of all, has a good possibility that it's gonna be ready early, so it doesn't hurt to ask, but in this case it's not. So I'll just come back out in my car. I'm in a no stops area. A little stressful, but it should be good. People go to parties on New Year's. I don't know anybody. I won't have a social life.
Continue on 35th Avenue Southwest for half a mile.
What up? People tipping good tonight. I got a $10 tip on that last order for one pizza. You know that dude paid like $40 for one pizza. Probably more because that shit was expensive. Supreme is what it's called. And yeah, they were selling $5-$60 slices. You know, $6 a slice, bro. Think about that. You could get a thing of cheesy bread. It was $8. I was like, bruh. And their pizza boxes are so massive that it hardly fit. One box will hardly fit in the DoorDash bag. The DoorDash pizza bag. And I had 3 pizza order and a 1 pizza order.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Southwest Barton Street.
I've got this big ass Amazon restaurants bag that somebody actually gave me at a thrift store to like carry out my items with. And 3 pizzas will fit in there, but one side's open because it's just like a tote bag, but it's massive. So that works in you know.
Take the next left onto Southwest Barton Street.
In the situation I was in, I forget the correct word for that. In a pinch. In a pinch, indeed. But yeah, man, just living life out here on New Year's Eve, making money. It's mad busy. Mad busy. I've already done 4 orders.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
Yeah, just over an hour. And I had to wait fucking 20 minutes at that pizza place, dude, because they weren't ready. I show up a little early because I get the order right away. I zoom over there. I sit in my car long enough to eat a burger from Jack in the Box that I had gotten. I eat a burger, take my damn time, go in there, and they're like, it's going to be 15 minutes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how long does it take you to cook a pizza? And I literally waited in there over 20 minutes after that, so it was bullshit. So in like literally like half an hour, I've done 4 deliveries, and the rest was just waiting. And you know, I've already made like, I don't know, $50. This Wingstop is literally like the hardest to see. There's no sign. It's in the corner down here.
Your destination is on the right.
There's not even a sign, dude. It's this building right here. And then here becomes the sign, like in the corner where nobody can see it. Wingstop. Alright, just grab those 2 orders from Wingstop and we're rolling up here in Delridge. And what's new for DBS merch in 2023? Well, as for one, I'm gonna try to, you know, make some better content for y'all. It's gonna be some better video editing. Hopefully, maybe I can utilize my new GoPro to like film, I don't know, from a different angle, or just better film footage of maybe me on the job doing stuff. I know it's a little hard to capture.
Turn left onto Delridge Way Southwest.
Because, you know, you're in and out super quick, and you don't want to film people's residences, and you know, you don't want to film them. So I don't know, I'll figure something out. But I'm trying to clean up my like my language, because I heard YouTube doesn't like when you cuss a lot. You know, like they won't monetize you. So if I'm ever gonna get 1,000 subscribers and, you know, be able to monetize my channel, I don't want to have a bunch of videos.
Continue on Delridge Way Southwest for 1.5 miles.
Bombs every 2 sentences, because that's kind of how I talk. But yeah, I'm gonna make an effort to just be a little bit more family friendly on this channel. But yeah, just focusing on reselling and gig economy. I'm gonna try to do some trial and errors of different apps. Next one up is Grubhub, and then I'm gonna try stuff like Instacart, you know, Postmates, you know, all that, all that stuff. There's boatloads of different apps and delivery services, and maybe even try Amazon Flex, that kind of stuff. And reselling, you know, I'm trying to get 5 listings up each day. It's not a lot, that's really not a lot, but I'm only doing that like part-time, right? But I'm trying to build some momentum, so that's the goal there. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for more content. It's gonna be dope. These fucking morons, dude. So I'm standing there like 10 fucking 15 minutes, bro.
I'm like, could I get an update on that order? Fucking Ezels, bro. And they're like, oh yeah, we're still waiting on like the buns or some bullshit. And then he looks at the stack of orders and it's the fucking order right there and he grabs it. And I'm just like, oh, fuck my life, bro. Oh my god, dude, that was unbelievable. So I go to Zeke's, the pizza's not ready. I go to Ezels, wait like 15 minutes over there, come back to Zeke's, they're still not ready. Like, literally half an hour, bro. I've been sitting waiting on these orders. That first order is gonna be fucking cold by now.
West for 3/4 of a mile.
Well, I can't really complain because I'm making bank, but it just makes you wonder, like, if I didn't have to wait so long, how much more could I possibly make today? And I think, you know, the answer would be an incredible amount. But unfortunately, you got to balance that out with the fact that all restaurants are busier than normal and the system doesn't change, so you're still waiting on an order. You know, when they get an order, it's still going to say the same estimated time, and you just got to wait longer. I literally waited for, you know, it had to have been over 25 minutes. Ezels Zeke's combo order. Show up at Zeke's. They're not ready yet. I'm like, okay, go over to Ezels. They're not ready yet. And mind you, the first Zeke's, I was a few minutes early, but the Ezels, I was like right on time. So I'm waiting at Ezels for like, God, like over 10 minutes, dude. Could have been 15. And then I ask him again, I'm like, do you guys got that order for Louisa? And then the dude looks at the fucking stack of orders, bro, and it's literally right there. And I'm thinking, God damn it, how long was that sitting there? That's aggravating whenever that happens. They were sloughing hard, bro. And then I go back over to the Zeke's, though. You know, because if I'd gotten that earlier, I would have just delivered that. And then I would have come back for the Zeke's. Go over to the Zeke's, and they're not ready. Still.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Southwest Admiral Way.
So I literally have to sit there another 5+ minutes, you know, waiting for that order to be ready. That I was at maybe 20 minutes prior, and, you know, and it's still not ready. Like, that's crazy. But it is what it is. $27 I made off of those 2 orders. And, the actual delivery time.
Take the next right onto
like
Southwest Admiral Way, then turn left onto 42nd Avenue Southwest.
To dropping both of them off was like literally 5 minutes. First one was like 0 minutes away. Second one was like 5 minutes away. So, you know, think about that. Half an hour sitting around doing nothing.
Take the second left onto 42nd Avenue Southwest, then you will arrive at your destination.
Now I'm doing a Metropolitan Market order. I'm gonna pick up some groceries. Hopefully I don't have to fucking shop for too much stuff. I always hate finding stuff that I can never find.
You have arrived.
And then you can never find anyone to help you either. That's the hardest thing to find. Somebody to fucking help you. But anyways, I've been at it 2 hours now, and I've made well over, you know, probably 70 or 80 bucks. It would be more if I didn't have to wait so long, but it's all good. Actually, scratch that, it's 90 bucks. I made 90 bucks so far today. 2 hours. Alright guys, so the Met Market order was a bust. The customer had 4 things, which is unfortunate because it would have been super easy. It was only 4 items, and, you know, I could have been in and out of there in 5 minutes. And it was a $20+ order. It was like $21, $22 order, and it wasn't going super far. It was a pretty straight shot delivery, so I'm a little bit sad about that. And now I gotta waste even more time sitting around waiting for customer support to get back to me, and take a little bit of time to, you know, work everything out. Because what happened was, customer wanted chives, and then literally I'm at the, you know, produce aisle where they have all the packaged stuff, and they're out of, like, they have everything except for chives. They're like out of only chives is the only thing they're out of. So I take a picture and I'm like, okay, sorry about that, they're out of chives. And then I go get the next item. It's caviar, And I go to the fish and meat department and I ask them, hey, you guys got this? And they're like, oh, sorry, we're out of all caviar tonight. And I'm like, motherfucker, you know. So I texted the customer. I was like, really sorry, but it just talked to meat and fish department, and they said they're out of all caviar, and I couldn't even add a substitution for either of the items. The first one, they didn't even have a substitution, and the second one, the substitution was another brand of caviar, which they didn't have. So they requested that I cancel the order, and, you know, I've got to text support and tell them what's going on. Like, I want to get paid for half of it. I don't want to just cancel the order and fuck up my completion rate. So I've been trying to contact support over the last, 5-10 minutes now. I'm just sitting in my car. I thought it would take quicker than this, but it's all good. I mean, hopefully I'll still get paid $10. But yeah, just super annoying. Just waiting. Like, my actual work, like my actual on the job is like, has been like 10 fucking minutes, dude, all day. It's like unbelievable. Maybe a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying? But, honestly, my deliveries all been super short. I would bargain to say like 15 to 20 minutes tops is the amount of time I've actually spent doing something today in 2.5 hours. The rest has just been waiting. Yeah, it's unbelievable, dude. Like, most of the time their customer service is pretty good, but like sometimes they just don't understand like what's going on. And I mean, like, they're all like from another country anyways, like they hardly speak English. So, whatever, bro. There's a little bit of a difficulty in conversing, because it's all automated. They'll just click an automated response, and then, when they actually have to do problem solving, a little bit difficult sometimes, but that's okay. I've literally been sitting here with my engine fucking running for like 10 minutes, and we're still on question number 1. I've sent it like 5 times. I've messaged him saying customers requested to cancel the order. You can verify this by looking at our conversation in the messages. And I literally said that like 5 times, and they're still asking me, oh, good job on marking the items as unavailable. Like, just complete the order and find the rest. I'm like, no. Customer has asked me to cancel the order. Like, I gotta spell it out for them. Literally letter by letter. It's all good. I'll show you the conversation because it's just hilarious. It's like, I'm just sitting here like, bruh, do something, goddammit. I'm not getting paid for this. Alright, I'm pretty sure I know where this next order. It's like the industrial kitchen where they've got like 5 different restaurants. They're virtual kitchen or restaurants or whatever. They only make orders for pickup or for DoorDash and Grubhub and shit. Which is pretty cool, it's a pretty cool business model. It's just kind of funny because you show up there and it's like some grody ass industrial kitchen. And like, it makes you wonder if anybody that orders from there actually knows that it's not
Continue
a real
on
restaurant.
Southwest Admiral Way for 1 mile.
But it's cool. I'm sure they make good food. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, that last order, Met Market, got canceled. Finally, like, it's like all they had to do was contact the customer. Like, that's all I want the support to do is like, I don't have the power of DoorDash to like cancel the order on their behalf and refund them and all that. Like, that's gonna take, an authority, a support member. So I need to contact support, and all they have to do is just call the customer or contact them and verify that they want to cancel the order. Honestly, the best thing to do is if the customer cancels it themselves instead of being a lazy bum and asking me to cancel it for them, because I've got to go through a third party, which is fucking DoorDash support, and those freaking munchkins take forever to get off their ass and do something about it. So anyways, they finally, after 5 requests,
in a quarter mile, turn right onto 30th Avenue Southwest. Signs for Southwest Avalon Way.
Give me a refund. So then they canceled the order, paid me for half. Now I'm finally on another order. But again, waiting for 15 minutes, doing nothing, like, it's just, come on, bro. Like, I want to work, bro. I can do things. I can
turn
work.
Right onto 30th
Why
Avenue
are you making me
Southwest.
sit around
Signs
and
for
do nothing
Southwest
all day?
Avalon Way.
I don't understand.
Then turn left onto Southwest.
Well, I was going to see how long I could stay in West Seattle, and it ended up being about 3 hours. I got an order for downtown. I wanted to decline it, but I already declined too many orders for my liking already, so I went ahead and accepted it. But it's okay. It's a $14+ order. It is about 7 miles, so it's like $2 per mile.
Continue on West Seattle Freeway for 3 miles.
Hopefully, you know, it's 8 o'clock. It'll probably be busier downtown. West Seattle's going to start winding down in a little bit because there's not a lot of restaurants that are open late. Downtown, it'll be popping all night. It's New Year's, so, you know. I could go all night, but I'm not going to do that just for the sake of my own health and sanity. So I'm going to come back in once I hit around $200. Bro, this guy's sub literally sounds like it's taking a dump. So this guy's got like an apartment that's like, you know, it's got B on it and there's like A, and the dude doesn't give me like a number, like a letter. He just gives me the address, right? So I'm like, I call him because I don't want to like knock on the wrong door. I already walked around the place and I was like, wait a second, like he didn't leave me a letter. I don't want to like be knocking on the wrong door. So he's like, oh, it's just 1134. There's no like unit number on it. And I'm like, okay. Like, cause that doesn't make sense because I clearly saw a B. So I'm
turn right onto 29th Avenue East, then turn left onto East Roy Street.
And I'm like, oh. And I had already, and like right after he came out, I just rang the doorbell to like the B unit. So I definitely like ding dong ditch somebody.
Take the next left onto East Roy Street.
It's like, come on, bro. Like, let me know where your freaking building's at, bro. You can't make this stuff up, bro. Like, I'm at the Walgreens getting some stuff for this person. It's you know, like some Tylenol and like some burn spray. And the dude's name is literally Achy. I'm like, damn. Like, I hope you feel better soon, bro. Got them headaches for real. It burns, just achy all over, bro. But all that aside, like Walgreens orders, dude, never have everything. Like, thank God there were substitutions available. Both the items were out of stock. One Tylenol 100 count, out of stock. You know, they got the 24 counts, they just don't have the 100 counts. But the substitution was like the name brand stuff. I mean, the Walgreens brand stuff. So I went ahead and grabbed that. And then they didn't have like this other spray stuff, so I had to get a substitution. But like, dude, never do they have stuff. Like, and I overheard somebody asking for something from a sales associate, and they said, sorry, we don't have those, we're out of stock. I'm like, what? They never have shit? What's going on? Literally every time I go to the Walgreens, bro, it's like I either have to cancel the order or they just don't have anything. I gotta substitute. Whatever. So this is just ridiculous. So like I said, Walgreens doesn't have anything. I get another order for Walgreens.
Left to stay on East Thomas Street.
Yeah, okay. So what happened was I got another order for Walgreens, and they didn't have like any of the items. The customer wanted 3 Mountain Dews. They wanted Q-tips and spoons, plastic spoons, and then the last item was like an ice cream. It was like a non-dairy ice cream.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Broadway East.
They had like no ice cream. They only had like one flavor of like Haagen-Dazs. They did not have the non-dairy, any non-dairy ice cream. They had 2 Mountain Dews. Like 2 Mountain Dews left. And you know, they wanted 3, and it's like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. And then they had no plastic spoons. Like, they didn't even have the fucking plastic spoons. So I just called the customer and told him, like, you know, it's really sorry, but they don't have like any of these items that you wanted. So like, we could try to do substitutions, but I would really recommend just trying to order from a different
turn right
store,
onto Broadway East,
like Safeway or even QFC or something, because this Walgreens has like literally nothing in stock, and I wasn't lying. Whoops. It's like these guys are just...
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
I don't understand. And then after that order got canceled, I instantly got another order for Walgreens, and I was like, hell no, fucking decline that shit. Now I'm going to Pizza Twist, which should be right here. But I was still going strong. Yeah, that was really sad. I had an order of 2 pizzas. It was only a $5 order. And the customer said, hand it to me. But then they had like some instructions and stuff about how to get in. And then at the end they said, keep it at the door of, you know, their room number in the apartments. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean? Keep it at the door. Do you mean leave it at the door? So I'll go ahead and do that, I guess. So I knocked twice because they're having a party. And, you know, I wanted to, you know, hand it to them. I didn't want to just leave it shit on the floor. It's pizza. They didn't answer, so I just left it on the floor and left. And confirmed the delivery, and there was a $0 tip on it. I was like, really? You're gonna have a party? Order 2 pizzas. Like nice pizzas too, like it wasn't like some Pizza Hut, and you know, probably spend, you know, $40 on or $50 on 2 pizzas, and then not even tip me. And I just felt slighted, man. $5 order, bro. And I did all that shit. I went in, fucking walked all the way up there and shit. Bruh, don't be doing that, bruh. That's cold. You're gonna spend $50+ on pizzas, and you can't even slide me $1? You can't even give me $1? Like, bro, I don't get it. All sorts of backed up over here because it's the Seattle Center where they're gonna have like some laser show or some kind of thing. You know, New Year's, right? There's gonna be fireworks and something's gonna happen, but yeah, it's kind of backed up right now. It's only 10:15, an hour and 45 minutes before midnight. But yeah, there's a lot of people out here hanging out, chilling. I just gotta get to 5th and I'll swing a left. I've been here like 4 lights. Just hordes of people up here by Seattle Center. Hopefully I'll be able to find a spot to pull over if I'm still downtown by midnight. Although I don't know if I will be. Kind of wanted to get some weed. The weed shop closes at 11:30. This is actually horrendous, dude. I was on 5th for like 3 blocks for literally like 15 minutes, dude. You know, fuck downtown right now. I'm not even gonna stay for the fireworks. I don't even fucking care. Fuck the fireworks. Too much traffic. It's bullshit. I'm trying to go 2 blocks and, you know, I was stuck in an alley, dude. There was somebody like blocking the fucking alley, dude. I had to honk at him and flash my lights and shit. Motherfuckers finally moved. But I luckily got an order for the north end, so I'm just gonna cruise up there and I don't know, maybe I can find a weed shop up there that's still open. It's got a decent deal. I love to patronize the local weed shop, and they've got happy hour at like 10 to 11:30 or whatever. But I don't buy weed a lot. I just kind of feeling it because it's New Year's. But if that falls through, not a big deal. I'll just keep on making money. Fuck it. Ain't got nothing to do, nowhere to be. I'll be out here all night. Fuck it. The dude lives in like a gated fucking compound, and like, you know.
Take the next right onto 7th Avenue Northeast.
Gate code. You know, and I'm sitting there like, what the hell? Like, what am I supposed to do? I call him, he doesn't pick up. I text him, I'm waiting out there. I call him again.
In 800 feet, slide left to stay on 7th Avenue Northeast.
And he's like, okay, yeah, this is the code for the gate. you know, and on the gate it literally says like all deliveries, you know, must be, you know, delivered.
Take the next left to stay on 7th Avenue Northeast, then slide
will
right.
Have left you the gate code. It's like, literally didn't leave me the gate code, bro. I had to call them twice. Alright guys, so I just dropped off my last order for the night. It's crazy, you can see the moon clear, but it's like raining hella hard. That's crazy. Anyways guys, I'm wrapping it up for the night. It's New Year's, it's 12:45. And been out there for nearly 9 hours, 8.5 hours, about that. So solid session. I think I made well over $200. So go ahead and check that in a second. But like, I'm wondering, does DoorDash pay you less on a batch order, on an add-on? Because I had an order that went from all the way from Pioneer Square, which is downtown, to like South Beacon Hill, which was, you know, it's a significant distance. And it was a $4 order. Like, I got a $2 tip, and DoorDash paid me $2 for that shit. That just seems like a little bit of skimp on DoorDash's part. I mean, $2, you would expect that to be a super short delivery. You know, this definitely wasn't super short. I mean, it wasn't the longest delivery I've ever done, but it wasn't short by any means. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe the add-on orders, DoorDash is like making them less or something, because it's like you've already got another order, which would be retarded, but I don't know. It's just my theory. Because that was a massive skimp, dude. How is DoorDash only going to pay out $2, bro? But anyways, some good orders today. You know, despite some bullshit, you know, as usual. But you know, I understand it's New Year's. You know, shit's busy. You gotta wait longer. On average, it's fine. Not a big deal. You know. You know, probably over an hour was lost just sitting. Definitely over an hour, just sitting there, looking at my news feed and like wishing that I had wishing I could just decline, wishing I could unassign from orders without it hurting my completion rate, basically. Because I know I can't fuck that up. It already went down to 98. I thought they were supposed to remove incomplete orders if like they were canceled by the customer, or if, you know, something out of your control, right? I thought they're supposed to remove those. But maybe I just still have to wait for that. Maybe they won't get around to it. I don't know. Or maybe it's not even a thing that I thought was a thing. But I had 2 orders that got canceled by the customer. So I was, you know, unable to fulfill that. So it went against my completion rate. So now it's at 98% instead of 100. But hopefully that will change. Not a big deal. I just got to keep it above 95, I think, is the threshold to hit Top Dasher. So, you know, can't let it dip below 95. But I should be good for next month. I mean, it's already the 1st right now. I should be logged in, get ready to receive my Top Dasher status again on the, whatever it is, 1st Tuesday or something like that, or 2nd, I don't know. But anyways, start of the new year. I turned on my mile tracker as soon as it hit midnight. Gonna be legit with that all day, every day. Track my miles whenever I'm on the job. So, you know, be legit for 2023. Let's go. Well, guys, I ended up making $250 tonight, which in 8.5 hours ends up being like just under 30 an hour. It's like 29 something. But, you know, it was definitely busy, but I definitely didn't make as much as I thought I'd make on New Year's. It's definitely not bad, but, you know, I was hoping for a little bit better
especially since the first couple hours were so solid, despite all of the waiting. And I feel like the waiting is what really killed it. And, you know, think about it, for an hour making nothing. Like, if it was in 7.5 hours, that would be well over $30 an hour. But, you know, because of all that waiting time, it just, you know, kind of counteracted the high paying orders. So it ended up being just more like a normal day. But that's cool, you know, not a big deal. Still pretty solid, you know, made $250 and I can't complain. And it does look like those orders that got canceled by the customer did get removed. So my completion rate's back up to 100%, so I'm happy about that. Looks like I'm going to be going into 2023 a top dasher for January. So, you know, keep it rolling, keep getting these high paying orders, and I'm at like 820 for the week. So tomorrow, Sunday, last day of the week, I should be able to hit 1,000 no problem. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and yeah.
So this delivery was literally the shortest delivery I've ever delivered. It's the same building that the pizza store was in, is where the customer, like, that's where they were located, bro. This same building. Like, I'm literally in the pizza joint, and then I'm like, okay, confirm pickup. And then I'm like, wait, there's something glitched out, because it's showing me the same location that I just picked up. It's like, I'm going back to the pizza place. And then it's like, wait a second. No, it already confirmed pickup. Like, this is the customer's location. I'm like, oh. And I was like tripping out. I was like, am I sure it's right here? Like, what the hell? So I drove up the street a little bit, and then I turned around, and sure enough, like, yeah, it's like the location was like right there. And I go back and I park again in the same spot, and then I'm, you know, I go up. It's like on the 9th floor or whatever. That's crazy, bro. But props to them for at least ordering something that they know is going to be hot when they get it. You know, it's not like they're ordering like Jack in the Box from halfway across the city. So, you know, respect for that. But I mean, you could have just walked down, bro. It would have taken you like 2 minutes.